Hey guys, I'm back. That's right, it's me, Slater Henete. I just want you to know that since I last put out an ad for my book, Becoming by Slater Henete, available on Kindle and e-reader, I haven't quite seen the spike in sales I was looking for. Here's the thing. I've written a few commercials for this podcast, and most of them are admittedly for fake products. This one, however, is real, and my ability to quit my day job is wholly predicated on more people buying said product. So listen, you can buy my book. Now, you may be thinking, Slater, that guy's just a dumb alcoholic. And yeah, you're super correct. No one is going to deny that. But so was every other writer who made a lot of money. And listen, I'm not looking for fame. The last thing on this planet I want to be is famous. I just want the money. Like, I just want to fuck off and ride a dirt bike and maybe open a charity to, one, avoid taxes, and two, have that charity support my friends in the arts. Like, stuff like that. If I don't do it carefully, looks an awful lot like tax evasion, which is what put Capone in the slammer. He also died of syphilis, but that's mostly unrelated. What I want is kind of like how being rich works, but like ethically. Please don't eat me. LOL. Like one rich guy and just an absolute ton of nepotism. That's really all I want. I'll probably hire someone to pretend to be me for interviews or whatever, because I would literally rather ride my skateboard. Just buy my book. Okay? Doesn't it sound like a better world if you buy my book? It's called Becoming by me, Slater Henete. Just go on Amazon. Oh, Amazon is unethical? You're right. Every second you're not revolutionizing, you're contributing to the worsening of this world. You didn't take to the streets when you found out who all was in the Epstein files, so not ordering my book from Amazon isn't making the world a better place. You don't want the world to be a better place. If you're being honest with yourself, you're comfortable enough. You just want satanic overlords with prettier smiles. If I make enough money, I'll get veneers. By Becoming by Slater Henete, not by Michelle Obama. Becoming.
Hello and welcome back to the Dying Carcasses episode 10. Big double-digit number. Do you guys remember when I turned 20?
When you were finally double digits.
And I said I'm finally double digits.
Yeah, I felt really good about myself that day.
That's cool.
Alec is finally 10.
I was like, wow, my homeschool education wasn't for nothing.
No.
That's what public school gets you. Double digits when you turn 20. Hello, my name is Alec.
My name is Alec.
I'm Jared.
And I'm Jacob. And we're not from
The
here.
Dying Carcass. Oh, yeah, we're not from here.
Oh, that's great. Who knows what we are? And we're Alec.
And we're all Alec.
We're the
all
Dying
double digits
Carcasses
now.
presents So We're Not From Here podcast by 4 douchebags. That's our full
We
title.
are also every woman.
Oh.
All right. How you guys doing
Copyright.
today? Because today is a new day. How we doing today?
Welcome to the new day.
Welcome to the new day.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Did a
Pretty good.
podcast
Somebody turn off your phone. Who the fuck is binging?
Somebody turn off your phone. We should forgive whoever didn't turn off theirs.
He didn't say please turn off all your devices.
Yeah, you didn't say that.
Where's
This is
this
gonna be
Ding Tai
Give
Fung?
Alec
It's
shit
on.
episode.
I like that episode.
The what? What episode?
That episode.
Of
The one you just mentioned.
The one
what?
Alec, you just said something.
What'd I say? What'd I say?
That's crazy.
What'd I say?
This is kind of wild.
Watch it back.
At least
Watch
that
it
means we
back.
could gaslight Alec into making him think that he said something.
Yeah.
We could-
That's
we could
legitimately
very
what you're
easily
doing.
do that. That's
Stop
not
it.
what we're doing. That's not
Yes.
what's happening.
Stop gaslighting me, Slater. Just Slate. Do your job.
Worse Help 3 commercial. This is Alex saying this.
What's good, guys? Anything you've been watching, listening to recently that you wanted to chat about?
I honestly wasn't prepared. I don't think I watched anything between the last episode and this one.
For those who don't know, we're shooting this episode the same day that we did our last episode. So
I think I thought about The Secret of Nim.
Great.
It's a great Bluth. It's a Bluth film, I think.
yeah, I think so.
Yes.
It's
Bluth.
I thought about it in the 3 hours since we last saw each other, so that's what's good.
Okay. Did you watch that as a
Which-
kid or when you got older?
Oh yeah, I watched it in elementary school on a rainy day, and then I watched it more at home, and then I read the book, and it was great.
So you basically have no like experience with it.
What?
Yeah, sure.
I didn't know that it was a book though. I did not know that.
either.
Oh really? Yeah, it is. It's called The Secret of Nim.
You're getting a punch.
2 punches.
No, it's I'm gonna punch you.
That could be.
Yeah.
That could
That's
be
a deep cut for those of you who know, which is literally the only 4 of us.
So just
Yeah,
the four of
I
us.
was like, just an inside joke. That's it.
Ugh.
Had to be there.
Anything else you've been doing, Slater?
I wanted to ask Jacob a question about so Bluth, is it Bluth?
I don't know.
Whatever it is.
It's Bluth.
Bluth. Okay. Bluth versus Disney, of that era, because Don Bluth kind of showed up around. At least he started making popular films around the '80s, and Disney's '80s were in a little bit of a crisis. What's your take on that, if you have a take?
I mean, my take is that the Bluth films are terrible at doing sequels comparatively to Disney, which are also pretty terrible at doing sequels, but
At that time,
those are
especially,
worse.
yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of my only takeaway. I actually their original movies, though. I mean, the cast, from what I remember, was pretty stacked. But also, I'm recalling things from a time long ago, so I could be totally lying out of my ass right now. But
No, but I think Bluth films tend to have attracted larger actors. My favorite Bluth film is Titan AE, and that's Matt Damon and what's her name? That one girl.
Cool.
And that other guy. But no, he does tend to
F1.
attract pretty big names. Yeah, Brad Pitt's in it. But yeah,
I love
bad
Don
sequels.
Bluth, man.
I do love Titan AE. That's a great one.
I say around that time, definitely Don Bluth movies. I mean, my favorite animated movie of all time growing up was The Land Before Time, honestly.
Yeah, I did like
And
that
so-
one, too.
That's solid.
I did
Yeah.
like
That
one.
is solid.
It was
Good
just
movie.
darker, most of his movies.
Oh, yeah.
American Tail and
Yeah.
freaking We're Back.
Rescuers Down Under. Was that? No, that
No,
wasn't
that's Disney.
Bluth. That was Disney. Never mind.
Mhm.
You guys ever see Rockadoodle?
Yes.
Yeah.
My
Movie,
grandmother-
that beginning is awful.
My
As
grandmother
a kid.
had the VHS, and I would always watch it over at her house.
It's crazy. Yeah. Scary stuff.
Anything you've been watching, listening to since our last episode, Jared?
It's gonna be a no. Acting class went good. Yeah, I did a scene from Cheers. That was
Oh,
nice.
what scene?
What season?
I did the season.
What
1.
season? What page? What page?
Do you
number?
know? Do you guys know
Page
Cheers?
48.
Who'd you play?
I love Cheers.
That's the one in
I played
Massachusetts,
Sam.
right?
What are you talking about? It's in Rhode Island, obviously.
He did a scene from Cheers.
Who did you play? Were you Norm, please, or
I
Cliff?
played Sam, but no.
Yeah, no.
He said that.
No, but I kind of wanted you to play Nami.
Yeah. We did this scene with him and Diane when they basically get each other a date, and he gets this random dude in the back who ends up being
Yeah.
like a murderer.
He's like a serial killer. Yeah.
I remember that, yeah.
The scene after when he's confronting her, and yeah, it's pretty funny.
That's awesome. That's a good one.
You'd be a kick-ass Sam.
It's hard, man. It's hard. It's fun though. 'Cause he's like trying to not be vulnerable, but he does really
Mhm.
like her, and also just such a meathead almost.
Yeah.
'Cause he just gets so mad so quick, like a child.
Well, it's funny.
Yeah,
He's
fun.
like, I think about this now. Like, it's funny how similar Sam is to like Harrison Ford's Han Solo at that time. Like the dynamic
Yeah,
that him
totally.
and Diane have compared to like Han
Mhm.
Solo and Princess Leia is like very similar. And so,
Siblings.
yeah, it's really funny.
No,
No,
that's
Han
Luke
Solo and
that's
Princess
Luke
Leia are not siblings.
That's Luke and Princess Leia.
They're all siblings. That's what I took away from it.
That's the real lore of Star Wars. Is they're all siblings.
Real lore.
They're all related.
All
They're all
related.
into
Ray
each other.
Palpatine is
If,
Luke.
if
Palpatine
you are a human,
is...
you are related to another human. Too many aliens.
It all comes back to Adam and
What
Steve
happens. Yeah.
BDSM toys.
I did actually watch a movie between the two times. Technically, Sienna was watching when I came out from our last session. She was watching Zootopia 2. And
Was it during the time that I was texting you to see if you were okay and you weren't responding?
Yes, exactly.
Was it during that time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
taking care of
cool.
my daughter.
Just wanted to make.
Getting her lunch.
Just wanted to make sure.
Being a
You
parent.
you turned on the TV. I wouldn't call that the same.
The TV was already on, is what I
My
said.
jaw's on the floor.
God. Slater, I think that's the issue, is you just don't listen. You just like to hear yourself talk. But anyway.
That's the issue.
Did you guys see Zootopia 2? Have you seen that one?
No, sir.
There's Zootopia too.
Yeah, it
Okay.
just came
Did you see the first one?
out-ish.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Only
cool.
recent.
Did you guys like the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Slater, you can say
Inoffensive.
no. You don't need to shrug and just nod when everyone else says yes.
It's inoffensive, is what I said.
That
Oh,
was
so
like
it's
when they had
harmless?
Shakira
It's
as the
harmless.
musical guest.
Because we had
right?
this conversation last time where, there's no
I
such
didn't
thing as
say-
harmless media.
Hey,
Huh?
hey,
That's crazy.
hey.
Slater.
Offensive and harmless are two different things. I said it's
But you didn't
Also,
say
every
offensive.
podcast
You
is
said
a new day and a
inoffensive.
new
I did-
reality.
It
I
is
s-
actually.
inoffensive and harmful are two different things.
Why are you getting
I don't
so
know what you
mad?
want from
Calm
me.
down, man.
He's trying to flip the script.
It is.
I got it.
So anyway, I watched.
Honestly, these are my favorite Alec and Slater moments. Alec tries to flip the script, and it goes really well.
Thank you. Thank you. I agree. So anyway, Zootopia 2, it's not as good as the first one, but it's still enjoyable. But it's interesting how, just like the first movie, it definitely deals with a lot of like societal and generational issues that kind of come about it. Like the first one was very much about, like it straight up dealt with race. Like that's what it was. And so it dealt with like the differences and the dynamics of growing up in different like environments and all that kind of stuff. Like the big thing of that one was like a predator versus prey and like listing something as a predator, even though they're all evolved, members of society. But in the second one, it kind of deals with like territorial things where in the story, there's like these lynxes that are driving out or drove out like 100 years ago, snakes from their neighborhood. And so snakes are known as this like evil thing in the world of Zootopia because they're just like not understood, and like stories about them were like mixed and like inaccurate to the time. But it's very fascinating just because they're still able to create like this issue around like society. Yeah, I enjoy it.
So what race would you say the snakes were?
I don't know.
I was gonna ask the same question, bro. I wanted to hear it.
I'm not gonna do that. All right, cool. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick little ad break. And then when we come back, we're gonna get into our main topic of the day.
Therapy language was designed for popular use, and it makes everything better, actually. Don't like when someone criticizes something you've done? Lucky you. You have unresolved trauma. Had a hard time focusing when you were young, and that became a continuous track for you into adult life? It's not because schools were designed by Henry Ford to make functioning working people rather than intelligent adults, and you're definitely not trapped in a capitalist hellhole. You need tranquilizers. So when it comes down to it, nothing actually needs to improve. Not you, and not your conditions. Nothing needs to change at all, because if you are made to convince yourself that things are okay, then they are. Worse help. We're like human resources department that you pay for. Can't think of anything better than that. Worse help.
You like space? You scared of space? You should watch a space movie. Here's the cool thing. The visuals will be great. There will probably be some very long shots that make you think, and some very wonky visual geometry trees that make you think, whoa, that's in space? Very cool. And on the bright side, the idea behind all of these movies is to get you to not think about space, which is as counterintuitive as making an anti-war film when you think about it. But if you don't want to watch a space movie, here's a list of the themes you're missing. 1, you're not going to find answers outside of your natural habitat. Solipsism is good, actually.
Solipsism.
2, solipsism is good, actually. 3, solipsism is bad, actually. 4, there are no answers outside of your head. 5, hell is a state of mind. 6, space is a state of mind. 7, as an artist, I don't understand space, so as above, so below, or something. 8, love is the answer to every question. And 9, you're not going to find answers outside of your natural habitat. And when you watch a space movie, any space movie, you can impress your friends by saying the movie is about one of these themes. And no matter what, you'll always be right. Luckily, you don't know that the Department of Justice funded like most space movies produced in the last 20 years. Why would they want to send the general public this message? You don't know? You don't know anything, dummy. But on the bright side, now that you know all the possible themes of space movies, you don't have to watch one. Phew! Really dodged a comet there, huh? Now you can get high on the couch and watch a good movie, like Captain Ron or Fly Boys.
Fucking Slater and Flyboys, I swear to God.
Good name, dude.
All right, and welcome back. So, Slater made a point to tell me that he did not get a chance to vocalize what his What's Good was. So, Slater, please take your opportunity now.
Don't do this.
Yeah,
Alec.
no, we're doing this.
Don't do this. I've been listening to fart noises on repeat on YouTube
Amazing.
because they remind me of this podcast.
I love it.
Anyway,
our natural language.
Yeah.
Our first.
We actually
language
just-
is farts.
We actually just speak like the fish from Rock Bottom on SpongeBob. That's really like how our speech pattern is. What do you
You're not wrong.
mean?
I saw a meme recently where someone said it's so cool to watch movies in their original language, and then it was a video of cars, and they were all like,
Yes,
honking
that's
at
a
each
good
other.
one.
And
That's a good one.
Someone
That's
said
very
that.
silly.
Was it one?
I'm pretty sure
it was
Jacob-
one of
or
us
maybe,
that sent it.
yeah,
I
maybe
think.
I sent it to you guys or something like that. One of us sent it to the group chat. I remember that.
Maybe I sent it.
You didn't.
We're all geniuses. We could have all sent it.
Maybe Jared sent it.
I did actually notice that I'm pretty sure Slater sent something in our group chat that I had sent like 3 days prior, but I chose not to call you out on it because I'm the bigger man, Slater.
Sometimes it's on purpose.
Well,
Alec.
you're doing it right now, though, Alec. So
on today's topic of the, what are we called again? The Dying Carcasses. So we're on episode 10. I thought it'd be really cool to talk about, one of the, I mean, for most of us, if not all of us, one of the biggest inspirations that we have as far as like filmmaking goes, Sir Stanley Kubrick. So yeah, I kind of just want to work through like his filmography, take time to talk about it. I have not seen every single one of these films. On the list that you guys looked at, like the only person who I would imagine may have seen like some of the more obscure ones is Slater. Have you seen like most of the movies on this list?
yeah, I've seen all of them.
All of them. Okay. All of them? All of them.
All of them. All of them. Okay, did I say that line or was that somebody
Yes,
else?
it
I
was
genuinely
you!
don't
You said that. It was you.
I know I
was
wrote
literally you. You said it. Like
It was in episode 2. It was like, I could. What part should I play? All of them? All of them.
All of them.
And then
Oh,
we
okay.
ended the episode
couldn't
of you
remember the
literally
line.
playing all the parts. Yeah, that's right.
Bye, I'm ahead.
So-
Here come the cap.
That's right. So, starting out with Stanley Kubrick's career, the first feature film that he ever did, he had done some like short films and stuff like that up until that point, but his first feature film actually came out in 1952 called Fear and Desire. So Slater, you said that you've watched that one. What do you know about it?
It's not very good. It feels like so like remember when we did freshman Requiem for a Freshman Art Film?
Just kind of like that.
It feels a lot like that film. Now, one of the things that Kubrick has always done really well is he knows how to capture a frame, and he knows what he wants in his frame. So all the cinematography is absolutely gorgeous. But the movie itself is kind of butt. It's kind of butt. It's not that great. It feels like an American French film of that era. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, because the description behind it of the movie says 4 soldiers trapped behind enemy lines must confront their fears and desires, which I feel like is just the most generic description that you can even think of. But it's funny because you do say that, Slater, but one of the things, and for all of the movies today, just so you guys know, I actually grabbed a little bit of trivia off of IMDb from each of these movies. I thought that would be pretty cool. For this one, apparently Stanley Kubrick later denounced this film as amateurish, saying he considered it like a child's drawing on a fridge, which is wild. But also, I'm pretty sure those are exact descriptions you've given your films, Slater. How old was he? Let's see.
All of them.
Oh,
He was born in 1928, and so yeah, he was like what, 34?
Wouldn't that make him his late 20s?
No, 24.
Yeah, it would make him late
24.
20s.
Sorry. 28
So
to
he'd be
52.
28.
No, 28 to 52.
I'm a writer. You guys are actors. There's no math skills here.
No, there is none.
Just
He was
assume
7.
like he was either 20. He was somewhere between 20 and 35.
He was 24 years old when he did this
Can't
one.
be wrong.
Okay. It
You
can't
said
be
he was
wrong.
born in 34. When was he born?
I did
can't
not!
picture this.
I did not. He
28?
said 28.
1928.
Damn it. Good God.
Wait, we could gaslight Alec right now. You said 34, Alec.
But yeah, then the next movie that he did was Killer's Kiss. This is actually the first film where he got his first writing credit. This came out in 1955.
That's
Description.
that's the one with
yeah,
the boxer, right?
this one. The description says, ready to catch a train to his hometown, a washed-up boxer tells us about the strange and twisty events that happened to him the past couple of days. And so that's interesting. Like, it says tells us about it. What's the, film style of that?
What I can remember right now is so both of those, the Fear and Desire and this movie, the Killer's Kiss that we're just discussing, have like quintessential scenes. So in Fear and Desire, there's a scene where this guy is messed up in the head. He's a soldier. He's having a bad time, and he's captured this girl, and he's trying to get her to fall in love with him, and it's pretty disturbing. But in Killer's Kiss, there's like a 10-minute fight scene in like a department store, and it's just them beating each other with like parts of a mannequin, which it that sort of complements the themes of the movie, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, it's more mature than Fear and Desire.
Okay,
it's a more interesting. It's a story, because Fear and Desire isn't really a story. It's just kind of art film.
Yeah.
And Killer's Kiss has a story, not a very good one, but it's
Okay.
it's stories nevertheless.
Yeah, the trivia I got on this one is worked without filming permits in most cases, so had to remain unnoticed while filming, which is, like any new filmmaker, we've done that plenty.
We're just like Stanley Kubrick.
You're just like Stanley. Same career trajectory and everything. He liked this one more than the previous film, but he still considered it student level filmmaking. He was a very harsh critic of himself. Huh, crazy. Who would have guessed it, right?
That one was a good movie. I really did enjoy that movie. The first one was lousy, but
Okay.
I thought Killer's Kiss was fun.
Next movie that he did was The Killing, 1956. This one just came out 1 year later. Crook Johnny Clay assembles a 5-man team to plan and execute a daring racetrack robbery. And again, Slater, I mean, we're diverting to you for most of these since you've seen every single one of them.
Yeah, The Killing is very good. It reminds me a lot of like it's very apparent that Tarantino was inspired by like specifically for like Reservoir Dogs, in my opinion. Yeah, it's. I mean, I would love to see like a Sondheim remake, or not Sondheim, Soderbergh, not a Sondheim.
I would love to see a Sondheim remake
Now I want that,
of a
though. Now I
fucking
want
Stanley
that.
Kubrick movie. Yeah, that's amazing.
I'm doing it live, kids. We're going right now.
Sondheim is also dead, but that's okay.
Bring him back.
a Soderbergh remake of it could be very different and very fun, and more funny. But yeah, no, I one of the things that I remember in that movie is that there's a scene that implies one of the characters was gay, and and I think 1956.
Yep.
1956. In 1956, that was a pretty radical thing for him to do.
Yeah,
And I thought
absolutely.
that was neat. It was neat to see it. But
Um,
it's a good movie. That wasn't the thing that made it good. It's a cool movie, but that was also interesting.
It rarely is the thing that makes a movie good.
so
In
initial
fact, I hated it a little bit more for that scene.
Especially for them 50s.
So I will say that, like, yeah, this one definitely was, according to what I researched on it, was ahead of its time. Like, some initial test screenings were poor due to audience members not liking the non-linear storytelling. And so he went back and edited the film in a linear way, which made it more confusing. He ended up releasing the original version, which is said to be an influence on the non-linear storytelling of Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction. So yeah, Tarantino absolutely got his inspiration from this movie. But it's interesting that he literally went back, re-edited the entire movie, and never used that edit. So like it was his original version that actually came out in theaters.
And it's quite good. I mean, it also feels a lot like the Ocean's films too, which is why I said Soderbergh.
Gotcha.
It has that sort of like, we're going to explain it to you over, with VO while it's happening kind of a thing. And then something goes wrong. It's a good movie. I like
very
it. I like it.
Soderbergh-esque, yeah.
It's good.
Next movie that came out of his was, again, the following year. He did a bunch of these movies in quick succession. But the next one was Paths of Glory, which is came out in 1957 and is actually tied for the highest rated movie of his career on IMDb. But this is the first time that he actually worked with Kirk Douglas. He worked with him several times. But for this one, Colonel defends 3 of his soldiers in a court-martial after they abandon a suicidal attack. And Jared, Jacob, you
Based
still
on a
haven't
true
seen
story
it?
too.
Yeah. Jared, Jacob, you still haven't seen any of these?
No.
Nope.
Jared, you have
Okay.
seen it. I showed it to you a long, long time ago.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
But we were also toasted. It's okay.
It's not the right way to watch any Kubrick.
No.
Yeah.
Well.
Well,
Well,
it is and it isn't.
It isn't. It isn't. We're gonna get to
Watching it
2001
twice is
soon.
good.
Paths of Glory and Barry Lyndon are my two favorite Kubrick films.
Mhm.
Paths of Glory is based on a true story too, which is disturbing in its own right. But it's just it's a beautiful film, grungy, really damn grungy.
What's the through line of it? What's it about?
So that's what I said. A
it's-
colonel defends 3 of his soldiers in a court-martial after they abandon a suicidal attack.
It's based on the Suain Corporals affair in 2015. So World War One.
Did you say of
starts in
2015?
And yeah, it was basically
2014?
No, you're
1950. I meant 1915. I meant 1915.
Damn, he really was ahead of his time. That's crazy.
And we're doing it live. We're doing it live.
That is amazing.
I'm gonna do it like that guy on the LA freeway with the shotgun. But no, it is based on an actual. It's a dramatization of an actual. War, basically, people were some French. I think it was some French soldiers were effectively killed by their own for disobeying orders.
So was this
World War I was messed up, man.
was this mostly told, like, just based on clips I could see, was it mostly told on the battlefield? Was it mostly told in like a courtroom or something like that?
It shifts back and forth.
Okay.
You get the battlefield sequences. So the sort of famous tracking shot of the soldiers running and it following them from the side. I'm pretty sure comes from this movie. I'm pretty
Gotcha.
sure. But yeah, it's equal parts Battlefield, and then of course the sort of like the generals deliberating or whatever is always filmed in this sort of vast, big
Gotcha.
wealthy looking mansion type thing. It's fun. It's a cool movie.
All right.
As a person who's only seen one Kubrick film, it feels like his early work has a lot to do with war and soldiers so far,
Mhm.
or is that just kind of like a theme because of the time and people's imaginations were captured by war still?
I mean, I think it can be. Yes, I think like Fear and Desire, and I think Paths of Glory. You
Yeah.
could make a case that Spartacus is a war movie too.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Full Metal.
Full Metal
Mhm.
Jacket. Yeah, he spent
Yeah.
a lot of time dealing with war, which is
He did.
interesting. I mean, he lived through three.
Yeah,
I mean, he was in New York, so he lived through 3 U.S. wars at that point.
that's what I was gonna say. Is like I think it was just like very prevalent in his life, and yeah, there was a lot of like, you know, opportunities for him to utilize that in his
for
storytelling.
the Gulf conflict too.
And so, but yeah, the trivia I got on this one is this movie is said to show early signs of his filmmaking perfection obsession, shown in how many scenes he did multiple takes of. Apparently, one scene was topped at like 68 takes, which is crazy. And yeah,
Whoa,
that definitely is
really?
something that like, yeah, apparently it's crazy. Um,
What
obviously
scene?
that's
What
something
scene
that we
was
know
it?
about. I don't know. I'm curious. I think it
That
is
was on
all just
film too.
yeah, and I think it's all just like word of mouth, like where a lot of
What'd
this
you say,
stuff
Jacob?
comes from.
I said that was all on film too.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
He was right. Like, what are you giving him shit for that? That was
No, he couldn't
No,
hear
I
me.
thought he said a joke. And I didn't hear him.
oh, gotcha.
Alec, you're just coming at me today, bro. I
Yep.
just texted you some love earlier. What the hell?
So
It's
the next
Italian
movie,
obstinance.
that's what it is. So the next movie that he did was 1960. 3 years later, he did Spartacus, and he was actually brought on as a director for this movie after production had already started.
Who got fired?
Yeah,
That's what I was trying to
Oh,
find out.
God. Who was the other director? I think he had like a nervous breakdown or something. I don't think he got fired. I think he had to walk out. But I don't know if that's true. That's kind of what that's the rumor I remember.
Oh no, here's what it is. Stanley Kubrick was brought in as a director after Kirk Douglas had a major falling out with the original director Anthony Mann. According to Sir Peter Ustinov, the salt
That's what
mine
it was.
sequence was the only footage shot by Mann. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, Spartacus.
Yeah.
The slave Spartacus survives brutal training as a gladiator and leads a violent revolt against the decadent Roman Republic as the ambitious Crassus seeks to gain power by crushing the uprising.
Audacious Crassius. Can I help you? Do you need to phone a friend? This is like Jared saying the word geometry. Come on now.
But yeah, it almost, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, this almost sounds similar to Gladiator.
Yeah.
Is it
I
also
think
Roman?
It's Spartacus.
Yeah.
It's the Roman Republic,
Yes,
yes.
yes. It does sound similar to Gladiator. I think Gladiator is the sort of spiritual successor,
Mm,
technically.
okay.
It's a good movie. It's very long. I would like it to be less long.
This is, yeah. I mean, yeah.
But it's very good. It's good.
What is it clocking at? I know, honestly, this is one that, like, I think more than any. Oh, shit, yeah, it's 3 hours, 4 minutes. That's crazy.
Yes, it's too long.
That's insane.
Sheesh.
Yeah, the trivia I got for this. So what I was going to say though was, that's one movie where, I haven't seen, and my father is probably going to disown me the fact that I haven't seen it because he always loves like those period epics and stuff like that. So
You should see it.
Who?
You'd
Sounds like you should watch it before this airs. Then
I agree.
yeah,
Yeah.
I got
You
till
can watch it
tomorrow.
with your kids too. It's not that violent or exciting or anything.
Okay, that's good to know.
It's pretty mellow.
But yeah, the
there might be
trivia.
titties. I don't remember if there's titties. Sorry, sorry. Anyway, carry on. It's Kubrick. Just expect titties.
So I was just going to finish with Spartacus. The piece of trivia that I have for it is Peter Ustinov's daughter was born at the beginning of production and was in kindergarten by the time it finished. When she was asked what her father did for a living, she would answer Spartacus. And so this is like another early sign of his like career taking forever to like produce movies and like put them all together and everything. It's crazy.
Man, had
'cause, yeah, we'll
That's
get
at
to one
least
of
like
his.
5 years then.
Yeah, it's crazy.
When was it released? When was
So it
Spartacus
came out
released?
3 years
60?
after Paths of
So it came
Glory.
out in 1960.
So he started working on it at the same time as Killer's Kiss came out.
That's so weird. He was so damn prolific and still took forever to do everything. I need to find that balance in my life.
Yeah. Do you feel like it took so long because of all of the production elements, like the set of it? I haven't seen Spartacus, but
Well, that one too. He was brought on later, so that's also weird.
That's true
as
too.
well.
Yeah,
I
I think
imagine
it also had to do with like his perfection.
I was gonna say I think it's probably a little bit of both because I know that was a massive production. Like that was a very, very expensive production, and you can tell by the sets. I think didn't people die during the chariot race sequences?
I feel like I've heard that.
Or am I thinking of a different film?
Or is that Ben-Hur? Something. One of those
It's Ben-Hur.
movies.
That's Ben-Hur.
Yeah,
That's
Ben-Hur. That's
I'm
what I was
thinking
going
of
to say.
Ben-Hur.
Spartacus didn't sound
You're
right. So
You're right.
Um,
No, you're super right.
next movie that he did was Lolita, 1962. He was listed as an uncredited writer for this, which is very telling to me. I included that point in there just because it's very interesting. Like he probably was listed as an uncredited writer because he made a bunch of changes while shooting. That would be like my assumption, knowing Kubrick. But yeah, Lolita, a middle-aged college professor becomes infatuated with a 14-year-old girl. Definitely not a movie that would fly today.
What are you talking about? It still is, man.
I mean,
PTA just
not-
made one, man.
I was gonna. I was actually gonna make that exact.
Keeps
same.
Keeps going.
I mean, Kubrick's whole thing is about power dynamics, right? That's what pretty much all of his movies explore power. And I would say that he understood the initial text well enough to know that this movie was not a celebration of adults banging 14-year-olds. But so, I mean, I don't know. I think you could make it today. I think you just have to be a little more clever and, or not more clever than Kubrick. But you'd have to be a little clever with your modern audience, as it were.
I mean, you make a good point. Like, it definitely, it kind of goes back to like one of the conversations that we had of like children's shows and stuff like that, where it's what story and what message are you sending out of it? Like, if you're, portraying it as like, obviously not a good thing, I guess there is a right way to do that. But I also never saw Licorice Pizza. And so I don't really know the context. I mean, I remember, Jared, I think you said that you didn't really like it, right?
Yeah, I didn't understand what the message was, what the point was. I think that was the thing that made me more upset. And I think too, speaking on this, like I feel like it's definitely harder. I haven't seen Lolita, but I feel like that's a really tough story to tell, especially because most of these movies, when they do the age different thing, like nowadays, it's always an older woman and a younger man. Like Piano Teacher, that one's great
movie. The Graduate.
But it's always kind of that dynamic.
Well, and The Graduate came out like around the same time as Lolita.
True. That is true.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Do you think a lot of the criticism has to do with the fact that media in itself is considered to be tantalizing? And so even just approaching a topic like this can be considered not praising it or honoring it, but it's putting it in people's minds when it doesn't necessarily need to be there. Is that a lot of like where the criticism you feel like comes from about movies like this and exploring that genre?
I think that's generally the Christian conservative argument. Like do video games cause violence sort of a thing. I don't really know. Yeah, maybe. I think that is an argument.
Yeah, the piece of trivia that I have on it is Kubrick suggested that Shelley Winters, one of the actresses in the movie, read the novel before meeting with the writer Vladimir Nabokov to earn his approval for the role of Charlotte. At the time, she was actually campaigning for future President John F. Kennedy. And when Kennedy noticed what she was reading, he suggested that she use a brown paper cover so as not to jeopardize his election chances.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I would be curious. What do you think would be jeopardizing about reading that book? I mean, obviously, the book is it was controversial when it came out.
Yeah.
But I mean, my first thought is like, well, Nabokov is a Russian, I think, right? So like, wouldn't
I mean,
you,
yeah,
you
that's a
wouldn't
good
want anybody
point.
thinking he's into the Soviets or whatever? I don't know. That would be my first thought.
That's a fair point. But I mean, I
Well,
think it also goes back to what
Did
Jacob was
JFK
saying.
just think it was going to call to his own behavior? Like it would just like call out. I don't know.
I mean, he wasn't into kids. He was into
No.
Marilyn Manson.
No, but people, I think
Marilyn
Did you say
Monroe,
Marilyn Manson?
Monroe. Yes, I did. I did. I said that. Oh,
I mean,
we're doing
damn.
it live, baby.
but she was also significantly younger, so I guess it just does it call to attention his behavior, even if it's not that specific behavior. Does it just highlight things within his own personal life that he didn't want seen on his campaign?
I think it
I
just
don't know.
goes back to
too.
kind of what you were saying, Jacob, earlier, where it's like the tantalizing nature of it maybe just doesn't look good on a presidential campaign. I think it speaks more to that. But I mean, you do bring up a good points later, like the Russian, connection to it. That could also be like a very valid reason as to why.
I think the two options itself, it's like we don't even want to give anyone any space to, ruin this.
Yeah,
Because you're just reading a book. You know what I mean?
right. It's controversial enough in multiple different ways. You can, yeah.
So the next movie that he did was Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb is the full title. This came out in 1964. This was actually his first Oscar-nominated movie. And description, a mentally unstable American general orders a hydrogen bomb attack on the Soviet Union, triggering a path to global nuclear holocaust that a war room full of politicians and generals frantically try to stop.
You can't fight in here. This is a war room, or whatever the line is. I don't know what the
More
actual
war.
line. I don't remember it.
Sounds right.
I haven't seen that. This is the one I've seen the least of all of them, but it's a
That's
great movie.
surprising to me, honestly.
Very-
I thought you would have seen more of it.
I thought so too.
Yeah, no, I don't. I like it. I like it a lot. It's just I don't know. It's not my least favorite, but it's lower on my list. But
Okay,
I do.
why
like
is that? Why is it lower on your list, would you say?
I could not tell you honestly. It's a vibe thing for me. I think.
Okay.
I think. Well, okay. Here, let me try to justify it live right now, without thinking about it. I think when Kubrick is doing comedy, I think he works better in subtlety than in satire. Maybe
That's
that's why.
totally fair. Yeah. No, I think that's totally fair. Yeah, apparently while filming aerial footage in Greenland, the second unit camera crew accidentally filmed a secret U.S. military base, and they were brought down and suspected of being Soviet spies. Yeah, insane.
No way. That's so funny.
Yeah, he got in a lot of trouble filming that whole movie, like the whole time. I think he was just constantly in trouble.
But yeah, and then his next movie, 4 years later, 1968, was 2001: A Space Odyssey. This one is probably, up there of like his most well-known movies that he's done. But this is actually the only movie to actually win him an Oscar, and it wasn't even for like director or best picture. It was for best effects, special visual effects. And he was the one nominated as opposed to the effects team, which is very interesting at that time. Like nowadays, they highlight obviously visual effects artists and like things like that. Back then, like I guess he was the one who got it because there were like looking at like the history of it, there were visual effects artists on the movie, but he's the only one who actually got the award as opposed to the actual artists listed in the credits. Very interesting.
I wonder if culturally part of what makes Kubrick great is that there's like this feeling of injustice in him not getting certain awards and recognition in his time. Like obviously now he's Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah.
I do wonder. I wonder about that. I wonder if I've been tricked or duped a little bit in that.
Do you think
regard.
he's better than he actually is, or that you think he's not as good as he actually is? What do you mean?
No, that anyone might think he's as amazing as he is. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can think of plenty of reasons why he's amazing, but I do wonder if there's a little trickery, cultural trickery, not like explicit conspiracy or anything like that.
Synopsis of this one: when a mysterious artifact is uncovered on the moon, a spacecraft manned by 2 humans and 1 supercomputer is sent to Jupiter to find its origins. You seen this one, Jared?
Yeah. No, I love this one. Definitely, I mean, out of what I feel like, yeah, basically the rest after this, I think I've seen. It's just one of my favorites. I think mostly because I just love sci-fi, and I think he really just captures more than like a lot of the movies that came out after. Pacing, especially, just the opening shot too in itself. The lack of time, the sound, he does a really good job with the sound too. I think that's really pivotal. Also, the AI or the artificial intelligence, playing with that dynamic as well.
You know how when you get a new phone, it asks you what you want to name your phone? I've named every single phone since I was a little kid. Hal.
That's great. That's great. There's a guy that came into the coffee shop. His name was Hal. And I was smiling so hard, and he's like, "Yeah,
Dave.
I know." I was like, "Ow."
Stop, Dave.
Yeah,
Daisy.
That's funny. Obviously, for this one, he won for best visual effects, and there are some amazing effect shots inside there. Like the one that I always think of is when he's running around the interior of the ship. Which
They built the centrifuge.
That's exactly.
So cool.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah, it's. I don't. Is it a spoiler if it's the opening shot that Jared was talking about?
Yeah, it's a spoiler.
Okay, that's cool.
It's all a spoiler. So.
Wait, the
Spoiler
running
alert.
sequence is not the opening shot.
It's not like the opening shot. But
I mean,
isn't it
not the
it's
opening,
the introduction
but
to
that's how
the
it
ship.
introduces him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the trivia I got on this one, it was originally not a financial. This actual one, this is really funny. Originally, it was not a financial success in theaters, and MGM wanted to pull it back from theater showings. But theater owners noticed increasing numbers coming from young adults. Apparently, the young adults were especially excited to see the Stargate sequence, as they would watch the movie under psychedelic drugs, and this helped make the movie a financial success. Wild.
Thank you, stoners. Without you, we would never had Kubrick.
So the next movie in Kubrick's lineup, 1971, A Clockwork Orange. This is one. I honestly, this is the. I think I've only seen this once actually, but kind of what Jacob said a second ago. I know so much about it just because like we're always referencing it and everything. But synopsis is quick and easy. Alex DeLarge and his droogs barbarize and a decaying near future. Probably some of the more iconic Kubrick shots in this one. But yeah, what do you guys think of this one?
It's messed up.
Yeah, that's honestly like
messed up. I like, yeah.
This is one of those where the distinction is important. Where do I like it and is it good? It is good.
Yes.
I absolutely fucking hate that movie.
Yeah,
Would you
I'm
watch
trying
it more
not to
than
use
once?
profanity, but I do not like that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I have. I've watched it like 20 times.
No, I know, but I'm saying, do you want to?
Half of them against my will. Oh, I mean, want is weird, right? Like we're gonna have to talk about the nature of desire in the first place. No,
do we?
But also kind of yes. I mean, it's complicated. It's complicated because I feel like there's a lot you can learn from that movie, specifically with composition and with how he does storytelling, which is kind of weird. He does storytelling in a weird way. I don't really know what the term for how his storytelling is, but it's odd. Yeah, there's a lot to learn from it. So do I want to? Kinda. Do I want to? No, never again.
Yeah. I would probably.
Do I want to
watch
subject?
the show. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. To subject somebody else to it. 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. Yeah.
It's kind of like Requiem for a Dream too on that same.
Yes.
Dude, I was gonna say
vein
the
of just
same
like,
exact
yeah, it's
thing.
good, man, but my
Like-
lord, dude, my eyes hurt. Everything hurts.
I was literally
Funny
gonna make that
games, that one
same
too.
exact
Yeah,
comparison.
games
I was gonna
It's
say.
just-
One of the things that I thought was interesting about this film was how he sort of deviated from the book. So, in the book by what's his name, Anthony, whatever, the guy who wrote the book, he was
Anthony Burgess.
Slater Hennete. He was kind of like a statist through and through. So he thought that the solution that that they have with Alex at the end of the movie, or towards the end of the movie, the final third of the movie, was a good solution. And Kubrick was effectively took that and turned it into a question, which I think is more interesting than
I
the sort
agree.
of didactic nature of the book. But
yeah.
Oh, also, there were some kids who he got in trouble because there were some kids who tried to do some ultra violence in the UK or something like that.
Yeah,
and
I do remember hearing about that.
Yeah, because video games cause school shootings and stuff. Same thing.
Joker.
So the piece of trivia that I got for Clockwork Orange is Malcolm McDowell's eyes were given anesthesia during the torture scenes, though his corneas got repeatedly scratched due to the metal lid locks. The doctor during that scene was a real doctor. So when they were like dropping eye drops in, all that kind of stuff, they had to get a real doctor in there. But even though honestly, I feel like giving anesthesia at anything like that and then performing with it, you're more likely to cause more damage in that way because you can't feel the pain happening in that way. And so that's like super dangerous.
I agree. Have any of you guys done anything? I mean, obviously not as intense as that, but like when you were playing a role, were you did you have to do something that could potentially cause some serious physical, or did cause serious physical harm, or any sort of physical harm to you guys? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I've had to do some like things that could have resulted in injury had I been a different human being, I guess, but it didn't because I was well trained. But nothing like body horror style.
The only thing
you're better trained than Malcolm McDowell.
I don't think that's like
specific.
Malcolm McDowell. That's not like a talent driven thing. That's like you're gonna fuck up my eyes type thing. Like,
it's like you're strapped to something and you have no choice.
Yeah. For me, the only thing I could think of in that way was there was like 2 shows where I've done the worm. Because I could do, I don't know if I haven't done it in years, but like I've done the worm backwards. I can't do it forwards. I can only do it backwards.
You were really into that.
And every time I would do it.
What was that during?
It was Joseph, and then it was Footloose were the 2 shows that I did it in.
Bro, no wonder you got back issues, man.
Yeah. But no, it's funny because I don't remember back issues coming out of that. What I remember is crushing my crotch coming out of that. That's mostly what would happen when I would do the worm. Is I would just like smash my crotch into the ground because I didn't know how to do it well. I wasn't as trained well as Jacob was. So
well, I didn't do the worm, but that's okay.
None of us are as trained well as Jacob.
I'd like to say here that I've never done the worm, and I will never do the worm.
It's fun.
You've heard it here first.
Alec, there was a period of time I do remember when you were stoked on doing the worm. Like you were
because
like,
it was the one talent that I could do.
Like this. No. I specifically was gonna say not because it's like, oh, this is the thing that I do, but like you would do it, and it was like, cool, man. That's I did think it was cool because it looked good too.
Yeah, every time you did it, I was like, that's the worm.
That's the worm, bro.
It definitely wasn't like a situation where you saw me doing it on the ground and you're like, oh, look at that little neurodivergent go. That's so cute. Look at him.
No, we didn't have that word back then. I would have said something else. No, I was mostly more excited. I just thought it was cool. I did think it was cool. I'm telling you, I thought the thing was cool. You've been mean to me this whole episode.
It's definitely like the worst dance move to bring out because like every time, like, I can do the worm. Like, show me. I'm like, dude, I gotta get on the floor. Like, bro,
let me smash my genitals into the ground.
Exactly.
For your pleasure. I don't think I've done anything that. I actually our Romeo and Juliet one. You Slater. You guys were. Stimson got hurt. He got cut. And I think of Slater was going to write this short about schizophrenia, and I was going to do it. And we started listening to this YouTube where this video that was just sounds, like trying to capture what it's like to suffer from it, and we were like, no.
Yeah,
Like,
we both
no.
quit. We're like, I don't think so.
No, I don't want to
Dang.
dive deep into this. Like,
That's
now I'm gonna
terrifying.
have it. Yeah, that was the closest, I think, to where I was like, yeah, this is not gonna be good for my well-being.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm glad we both quit on that one too. Because
Yeah.
like, I remember us both being like, let's do it, like crack fiends. We were stoked on it,
Dang.
and then we started researching it, and we are like, I don't think so anymore. Yeah, that was really rough.
I did notice during college that this isn't, again, to toot my own horn or anything, but I had more of a resilience to going further into characters because other people didn't know how to like handle it and separate
Mhm.
themselves from it. Whereas like I'm very good at separating myself from a thing.
Yeah.
So it allowed me to do like the creepier shit in college. But yeah, it's not, I wouldn't recommend it for most people.
That's a hard, weird, fine line. Like, Jacob, I would say, or I would ask, like, how do you make that distinction between? Because, like, I don't know, my thing that always kind of concerned me when I was playing a villain was like, oh, this is coming from me. Like, this is something that I have, and there's a catharsis to like just releasing it into a performance.
Yeah.
But like what like how do you separate the two, or do you separate the two?
I mean, I don't know if I do I think I do separate it, and honestly I think it's because I don't think about it too deep, and I just let myself go there, and I go, that's a different person. So I'm able to dive into it and be in the moment that the character needs to be in that moment, but then I just separate the character from myself mentally. I'm like, that was a different being. I don't know. Schizophrenia, I guess.
What's the split personality disorder? Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's how mine manifests, is just in acting. Yeah.
That's cool though. I mean, that seems like a really difficult skill to acquire. Like I remember Jared when we did Ernest the Earth Conscious Clown, that took a big effect on you. And I know that, like, yeah, it was just hard.
It was hard to not to get there or go there, but yeah, it stays with you, a little bit. But yeah, the schizophrenia one, I felt like I was already hearing voices. Like we didn't even get far into that, and just playing that soundtrack kind of on repeat was just like, yeah, just, why?
That's
Why?
terrifying.
Like,
Yeah.
just for fun. But
Yeah.
I don't know if I can ever get into the, I feel like I'm more like Jacob too. I like when I do play these kind of terrible people, but yeah, I'm like, a little bit of that is in me. Sure, we're all human, you know what I mean? But I don't know if I could ever get to like the Heath Ledger where it's like, dude, yeah, that consumed you, took over who you actually are. I don't know.
I would. Okay, so my controversial question would be, do you think allowing it to consume you is the mark of a bad actor?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, definitely not.
It's neither good nor bad. It's however you use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you could be Daniel Day-Lewis, and let it do that for, consume you for a year or 3.
Make everybody on the set wear a period attire.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Who is I was about to say Philip Seymour Hoffman, but it's not him. Daniel Day-Lewis, who's like playing Abraham Lincoln. He's like, what? I don't. Cell phones? What?
right. Off screen, like, hey, DDL, can you check your phone for the notes that we sent you? What notes? What phone?
Come on.
Alexander Graham Bell doesn't exist yet, you son of a gun.
Daniel, please.
Please just check the notes. We're trying to get you on payroll.
7 notes ago.
The Pony Express has not delivered my check.